Hi, you guys. This is Nina. I'm back again. Like, share, and subscribe. I can be found on Twitter at LoveRadio44132. And without further delay, you guys, let's just get started with this. Welcome to Love and Other Problems. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share. Tonight, you guys, we are going to be about the senseless and traumatizing situation that happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota a few days ago. I was more than certain today, after the prosecution consisting of the county district attorney as well as the FBI, I really thought that charges would have been brought today, so I just wanted to wait. And unfortunately, even with their words, they have yet to charge. Now, the 10-minute video, which there's just a screenshot in the middle of this image. I didn't want to show the whole video. The video is too traumatizing. This officer, if you even, I'm not even going to refer to him as an officer. This monster has his knee in George's neck, and George Floyd is laying on the concrete, already been handcuffed. There's no video proof, and there's been several videos, no video proof that he was even resisting arrest. But yet this man is treated worse than most animals. I saw this video all the way through one time. I couldn't watch the whole video again. Personally, I was too traumatized. I am also appalled at the fact that 3 days has gone by without any criminal charges being brought out, not only against the officer pictured with his knee on George Floyd's neck, but the other 3 officers that stood around and said and did absolutely nothing. This is beyond a murder. This is beyond racism. This is just pure evil in its most evil form. This officer didn't even seem to be empathetic or remorseful. At one point in the video, personally, I felt like it seemed like he was holding back a smirk, almost posing for the camera. And if you watch the whole video through, you'll know what I'm talking about. George Floyd is only one of hundreds of cases that has come out in the last 400 years where people that are sworn in to protect the community are further ravishing an already deprecated community by furthering their own personal agendas, by escalating situations that did not need escalation, and by literally taking the lives of black men and women. Lately, the last 10 years, I'm not even going to say it's been an increase. What I am going to say is that there's been an increase of video capture I think that there has been a lot of cases that has been swept under the rug because it was the police officer's word against a dead defendant. The Minneapolis St. Paul community is literally going through more upheaval and turmoil as we speak. Protests has broken out everywhere, including Memphis, Mobile, LA, New York, Chicago. There has been a lot of people out, and people are literally rioting. And you know why they're rioting? Because the peaceful protest has not really rendered a fair and just outcome every time that this happens. Now, this is not the first time the community has clashed with the police officers. I remember a few years ago, there was a case where an officer pulled over, I believe his name was Castile, and this man worked full time and had a daughter and a wife, and I believe he was shot in the car while he was getting his wallet to ID himself. And that caused an uproar. Now we have this. There has been countless instances documented against this police officer who put his leg on George Floyd's neck, causing his death. Reporters has found files where he has been involved in officer-involved shootings, more than one. He has almost 20 complaints, but yet he was still allowed to be a police officer. What I really struggle with this case, even though I applaud the fact that all 4 officers has been fired, I don't understand why it's taken more than 3 days to charge. The officers are also pleading the Fifth Amendment. And that was breaking news this evening. So, what really bothers me about this is that this is a continuous loop story where there's so much aggression and hatred toward the black and other minorities and communities that are already impoverished, already dying, that I feel like we are being further exploited in a manner where I feel if it was a white man that police officer would have stopped for the same crime, I do not personally believe it would have escalated to a point where it would have been a knee in that guy's neck. And I'm just stating facts here. And I'm not saying that it don't happen. I'm just saying it's extremely rare that it would happen. Minnesota, the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, and St. Paul. Currently, as we speak, the riots are turning into fires that are turning back into looting. People are out on the street, and they should protest. Everyone should be out protesting. I am sick to my stomach watching this entire ordeal unfold. The way that man was executed, and the way that the officer seemed so empathetic and almost laughing about it, really broke my heart. It could have been my brother. It could have been my father. It could have been my uncle. It could have been my cousin. It could have been my son. Not only do I hope all 4 officers are charged soon, I am also hoping that they are actually convicted, and not just convicted with a slap on the wrist, probation. I really want them to be convicted and serve some time. They need to be convicted and spend several decades in prison. The way that this man was literally suffocated in the middle of the street, had that been anyone else, they already would have been in jail. Anyone else. I've seen people arrested for doing less to their own pets, and it wouldn't have took 3 days. He needs justice. George Floyd needs justice. His family deserves justice. And not only with charging the police officers, but getting a just conviction where the officers have to spend time behind bars without a slap on the wrist and without probation. Those are my words on this. If there's an update, I will definitely come back on here and update the story. Also, please check out my Armand Arbery update. I made a video. There was a third arrest with his case. I want everyone to be safe out there. And until the next episode, you guys, enjoy your evening. Like, share, and subscribe.